Now in 2020, when the entire world was sitting at home in order to remain healthy and safe, I took the plunge of starting Long Live Cinema. Now, I haven't studied filmmaking, I am a journalism grad, and there are certain aspects of storytelling that I could observe, but when it comes to defining those observations, I was not at all educated in that aspect. So I thought, why not make the best use of my time and enroll myself in a course that teaches me filmmaking and teaches me cinema in a formal manner. So I enrolled for a few classes that were hosted by National Award winning screenwriter Satyanshu Singh. And during one of his lectures, he mentioned one thing, a statement which has stayed with me for a very long time. And I think it is going to stay with me for the rest of my life, actually, because it is a hard fact. It is an absolute truth. And he said that writing is the most thankless job in the world. The job of a writer is the most thankless job in the world. Now, if we actually try to break down this statement, it is correct, because there are still a lot of people who watch films, love them, appreciate them, but their appreciation is limited only to the actor or the director. Now we have started appreciating cinematographers and editors, which is amazing. But still, there are very few people who actually appreciate the writer of the story. I mean, of course, after the release of Brahmastra, a lot of people started Googling who wrote the dialogues. But jokes apart, there are still not many writers have received that kind of appreciation, which is equivalent to the kind of appreciation and recognition that an actor receives or a director receives. We have started appreciating the technical departments of cinematography and editing, but still, writing is something that lacks our appreciation and recognition. Attention Please, which is a Malayalam film streaming on Netflix, which is produced by Karthik Subbaraj, is a film that chronicles the story of one such struggling writer. His name is Hari. He has been fond of writing stories from a very young age. He actually has a collection of stories that are waiting to see the light of the day. But those stories have been rejected so many times by those same people who have the responsibility of promoting new talent in the world of cinema and storytelling. He has faced rejection so many times in his life that he is on the verge of quitting, on giving up what he truly loves in his life. So we get to see how Hari lives in an apartment with 4 other guys who are also struggling to make a name for themselves in the world of cinema, but they could not do that. They ended up doing something else in their lives just for the sake of bread and butter. And Hari is also one of them. He's trying his best to come up with stories that get accepted in the world of cinema, that get picked up by directors and producers, so that they get to see the light of the day, so that they are showcased on the big screen. But then he has received tons of rejections, not just from the producers and directors, but also from the guys who live with him. The guys who are supposedly the friends of Hari don't encourage him a lot, in fact, at all, to write better stories or to appreciate his work or to even criticize his work. Analytical criticism. There is no sort of analytical criticism, and those people just end up ruining his spirit. And in fact, those people actually try to bring him down. Those people actually just keep on saying that, no, your stories are inspired from this film, or they have been copied from this film, or this is a story of this movie. You are not an original writer. You are not an original storyteller. Stop copying, stop stealing. He has been listening to all these accusations and all these harsh comments for a very long time. This is the exact inner conflict that this film is trying to portray. The fear of getting accepted, the fear of rejection, in fact, the fear of getting rejected when it comes to saying what is in your mind, speaking your heart. I mean, if you try to think of this in our own lives, there are so many times when we want to say something to our loved ones or to our friends, and we don't get the chance of saying that because we either get mocked, we are either sidelined by them, or nobody pays attention to what we really want to say. This film actually took me back to my own days of trauma during my school, during my college, during the time when I got my first job. Like, I was someone who was also, struggled a lot when it comes to getting accepted because of the way I look, because I was not the fittest person in the group. I was not the slimmest person in the group. So there were moments when I got mocked, I got bullied, and there were moments when nobody appreciated me when I actually deserved appreciation. There were moments when I was criticized just for the sake of being criticized, just for the sake of, bringing me down, just for the sake of making me feel bad about myself. So this film took me back to my own days of trauma, which I did not expect. Honestly, I did not expect that to happen. So, coming back to this film, we see how, like, this is a story that takes place in a single day, right? We see right from the beginning that Hari is constantly mocked and rejected by his roommates. They are not ready to listen to him. Even if they listen to him, they end up saying that, oh, you have just copied the story from some other film or some other story, and this is not your original story. This actually, hurts him a lot, but he keeps quiet. He remains silent. He doesn't revolt at all. He just, remains calm about it. He starts smoking, which means that when he doesn't have anything to say, he starts smoking. And there comes a moment when Hari just loses his control. He just cannot take it anymore. He just cannot bear that rejection anymore, that unnecessary rejection and unnecessary criticism anymore. And he ends up stabbing one of his roommates. He kills one of his roommates. And you know what happens in the movie. So, first of all, this film deserves to be watched by each and every cinephile. If you are a fan of movies, if you are a fan of cinema, you should definitely watch this film, because there are tons of references, not just to Malayalam cinema, but also to the cult classic international cinema. Like, there is a direct reference to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, the OG background score of that shower scene. And if you look closely, this entire situation when Hari has kept everyone as hostage and he has killed one of his roommates, the other roommates and the girlfriend of one of the roommates is just captured by Hari. So this is a moment which resembles with the bomb theory, which was put by Alfred Hitchcock, saying that if there are people sitting across a table and if you just show them talking to each other, it will not be interesting at all. But if you put a bomb beneath the table and say that this bomb is going to explode in the next 30 seconds, it will get very interesting. So Hari becomes that ticking bomb because he has already exploded once, but then he might explode again. This is the fear of the other roommates and the roommate's girlfriend. I think his name is Ajit's girlfriend and the other roommates, the other two roommates are also feeling the same. And there are so many other references to Malayalam cinema as well. Like, there is a moment when he says, I am Shammi. So I think that is a direct reference to Kumbalangi Nights. And also I really liked how this film tries to ask the question that, do every story needs to have a happy ending? I really like that aspect because I'm someone who loves a sad ending or a tragic ending, because that ending actually resembles a lot with our real lives. I understand that when we go to a cinema, we want to enter a fictional world where we forget all our worries, and we don't want people to die, we don't want people to suffer, we want things to end in a very happy way, but that is not how real life works. So this is the question that this film tries to ask with the character of Hari, when Hari says that stories are not meant to have happy ending always. And there is another thing that I really liked, and that is how this film actually tries to explore the writer's block in a more deeper way. Like, it is a feeling of being stuck in the process of writing when you cannot put things down on paper. That is called writer's block. But Attention Please tries to explore writer's block in a much deeper way by showing us situation of a writer whose writings are, they fail to get accepted. That is the writer's block. In fact, the writer himself has been blocked from telling his stories, from bringing his imagination to reality. This is something that I really liked, which is why I think the end of this film, in which we all feel that wait, was this all just a dream? Whatever we are seeing is just a dream, just an imagination of Hari? Well, I think that might be a fact, because ultimately, what Hari wanted was just someone to lend their ears to his stories. Hari wanted an audience. He wanted someone to listen to his stories without any judgment, without any questions, without any interruptions. So I think if you look at this film as a whole, Hari is actually just taking the opportunity to tell of all his stories. Like, it's like the writer and director of this film is giving a chance to people like Hari to tell all their stories in one go, without any interruptions, without any distractions, without any criticism. Like, overall, this film itself gives a chance to our character to tell a story, which I think is amazing, because ultimately this is what Hari wanted, right? He, in the process of just capturing everyone and in the process of doing everything that he does in this film, he ends up telling all his stories, and maybe he has more of them, but still he ends up telling a lot of them, which is much better for him, because till now nobody has heard his stories. Even if someone heard his story, they, like, the person simply rejected him, and that was the reason why why everyone used to make his fun by saying, oh, come on, you cannot do anything in your life. Now I know that this video is not as scripted as my earlier videos. I wanted to do like a very freestyle format kind of a video where I just talk to you guys. I have fumbled a lot of times in this video, which you can clearly see, but I just wanted to do it this way because just like Hari, just like how he likes to how he's fond of storytelling, I am also fond of storytelling, and like I mentioned, all of his experiences, all of Hari's experiences resonated with me a lot. But just like how Hari never wanted to give up what he truly loves, I also never want to give up on doing what I truly love, which is making videos for you guys. And I still struggle to find people who actually want to listen to me. Just like Hari, I also have to face not rejection, but yes, I do have to face ignorance a lot of times. There are people who will just say that, no dude, you always look everything analytically, we don't want to listen to all this, theories and all your musings about cinema and storytelling. So when I started this channel in 2020, I used to think that who is going to watch my videos, who will end up watching my videos. And today, when I look at the number of subscribers, the number of views, the number of comments, the number of likes and shares, I feel absolutely stunned. I cannot believe the fact that this channel has reached to 3,500 subscribers. And I know 3,500 sounds like a very small number, but still, it's a huge number for someone like me who always had the fear of getting accepted. So I'm incredibly grateful for the fact that you guys have subscribed to my thoughts, subscribed to my ideas, and of course, you guys are also so considerate and so generous when it comes to sharing your own ideas and your thoughts, and also correcting me for the mistakes that I make. And I know that my upload schedule has been slightly erratic for the last few days, but I'm trying to make sure that I get back to publishing as regularly as possible. Thank you so much, everyone, for just all your support, for all your love and support. Thank you so much for all your suggestions. Pramila, if you are watching this video, I know that you want me to make a video on Aranya Kandam. I'm going to watch that movie as soon as I can, and I'm definitely going to share my thoughts on this channel. Thank you so much for your patience and for your support. And this is everything that I just wanted to talk about, attention please. I am so happy that this film got made because it really resonated with me a lot, and I feel as if a part of me who wanted to say his story, who wanted to talk about himself, has actually, ended up making this film. So thank you so much, Jitin Thomas, for making this film, for writing this film. I am so happy that you brought this film to us, and I am very, very grateful for that. Thank you so much as a member of the audience. Thank you so much. And that will be all for today's video. If you've liked what I've said, what I've mentioned in this video, give this video a thumbs up, share this video, and please, if you haven't watched this film, please watch it as soon as you can. Recommend this film as much to as many people as you can. This is a very, very good film, and it deserves as many eyeballs as possible. Let's do it for Hari. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, my name is Porush, and thank you so much for watching. Long live cinema.